Hello everybody. I'm trying something new here. Like a sort of story time video. But no, not like that. Or that. This will be actual good stuff. You may be asking, why the gas mask? It's coming, don't worry. But you may also be wondering, who drew this beautiful sketch of my I don't know, alternate persona, hidden face, who cares? This would be the talented Luke. However, at the moment, he is practicing animation, and it's very cool. The outro song would be made by the skilled and talented Robert McCreary, who has a band called Flopectomy. They will be releasing an album soon, but definitely stick around for his work. But today, I wanted to talk about something that I just got away from recently, and that is namely online school. Let me tell you, I loved online school for the first 5 months. Then after that, it became an endurance run for my life. It was exhausting and showed the worst of our school system. I started last year with a 3.6 GPA. I ended the year with a 3.45 GPA. The school system literally screwed me over in things that were completely out of my control. Oh, and I assure you, I fought for that 3.45. I legitimately struggled, and yet nobody really cared enough to help me, and actually that brings me to my first point on online school. And that is, I had a really tough experience in orchestra that kinda highlights how teachers and staff acted during this whole period of time. I was in orchestra. I've been in orchestra for 5 years at this point, and I'd say I've proven myself. To an extent at least, I've proven myself to be a fairly good student. During the shutdown, our orchestra couldn't really play any music anymore, so we were reduced to music theory packets and attending a Google Meet. Oh, and I assure you, I have some very nice words about those horrible Google Meets. But I may not want to say that on the internet, so let's just go with I did not like those flippin' Google Meets. They just tore me apart. During this time, I had missed 3 assignments. I mean, yeah, you don't do that crap, but seriously, what happened next was not even on that scale. I messaged the teacher 5 minutes after the assignment closed, which is another thing they can do to you, which is close the assignment right after it was supposed to be turned in. And I messaged him, and I apologized profusely in an honest and complete manner, and all I asked that he'd open it and I'd have it done immediately. Would it surprise you if I told you that I got no response for 12 hours? Until the day after, the teacher tells me that the assignment was in fact opened. Oh, great. Except the assignment was opened yesterday. Oh, great. And the teacher questioned me on why I hadn't gotten it done. Oh yeah, why shouldn't I have gotten that done? Why hadn't I gotten that done? Well, namely because he didn't tell me it was open. I told this teacher I couldn't have done it because he needed to tell me. And he just told me they discussed it in the Google Meet. Well, I didn't hear it in the Google Meet, and quite frankly, 30 seconds out of a Google Meet just isn't enough to get the point across that he's reopening the assignment. I should have done it in the first place, but he should have told me at least a little bit by email. And here's the thing, I've run the metrics. You know how long it takes to type out "it is open"? Well, it takes about 10 seconds to type out "it is open" and a couple of seconds to press send. All I was asking for from him was 4 syllables and 10 seconds. That wasn't much of an inconvenience for a man who grades assignments for hours on end. And he doesn't even do that anymore because the computer does it for him. I think this shows the level of care coming from a lot of teachers. Oh, and one more thing, this is the greatest part, I assure you. Apparently pointing out that I couldn't possibly complete the assignment because he never told me about it was, in fact, arguing and rude. And he told me he will not argue with me at all. Because yes, pointing out the fact that I was unaware of this ridiculousness going on was in fact arguing. So obviously I never got that done. On top of this, it really showed a lot about our students and people around us and, well, how they can be pretty insufferable. But not you guys, I swear, you're all awesome. Thank you for watching the video. I had people who asked to copy my entire project at the end of the year. I myself was suffering in the same boat, and I fought pretty hard for that passing grade. I wasn't about to let some random guy take my thunder. Throughout this, I saw many pointers that the school system just cannot adapt. For one thing, whenever the school system is bent in any direction, it tends to become finicky at best. Don't get me wrong, school is basically serviceable at best in most instances, even when it's just pencil and paper. But once you take anything beyond the textbooks and the pencil and paper of normal schooling, it just does not work. A while ago, I was subject to the biggest failure in learning ever, Summit. Oh my god, Summit. I will make an entire video on this damnable topic. Nothing was more unfair than Summit. Well, I got to experience Summit a second time, for a whole year and a half, with Canvas. Canvas breaks the mold of traditional schooling, and thus it makes it ineffective and detrimental to anybody's learning. Canvas was the main issue, and the main triumph of online schooling for me. Canvas allows you to do what you want when you want, but in fact it does not. In fact, what we were advertised with Canvas is we would be allowed to do what we wanted when we wanted, and it would take the stress off of us. But the assignments would always lock themselves, or a teacher would set it up so that the assignment would lock itself immediately after we ended up running late on the assignment. No, that wasn't so bad, except for the fact that the Canvas wouldn't notify me when something was done until I finished another assignment. I mean, I lost my appetite so many times to missing assignments where the stress was just mounting. I mean, 100-point assignment, you just can't miss it, but that god-awful website allowed me to miss it so many times. And that and many more things have caused me to garner some form of disdain for that website. In the end, my grades actually kind of tanked, and the schoolwork piled on, and the teachers were just apathetic about it. All I could do was hunker down and get what I could done, and really hope for the best. So when finals came along, it was obviously a slog. Most of my tests had stuff that I'd already suppressed or long forgotten, or maybe I never even studied. I mean, I missed most of the assignment. And at the end of the day, the best online learning platform there ever was, well, ladies and gents, that's Google. Google. Let me learn you a thing or two about Google and about cheating your way to victory. It doesn't feel good, I'll tell you that much, but the relief that it's all over definitely does feel good. My advice for you, anybody who might be stuck in this situation in the future, if you have an issue that you cannot solve through conventional means, just Google it. Because in real life, it's not like you're going to get anything done not knowing how to do it, and nobody's going to look at you and go, oh, you didn't study it. Because you do. Just need to be able to find the quickest and the best answer to a situation. It's about tool usage in life. Well, and I mean, do you sit there and let the test beat you up, or do you play dirty? Maybe you have more integrity than me. Maybe you passed this year with an A+ in everything, including lunch, and you didn't need any help, and you never will. Good for you, but I didn't. I did what I had to do, and so did you. But at least I am happy to say I passed. Overall, this online school thing, it really was not a good experience. And I'm hoping that I never have to experience something like that again, barring, of course, that most colleges run computers, which is great, I can't wait to experience this all over again, but, I hope that I never get stuck in something like that. Well, I think I'll continue this as just an occasional video. I will make something about, significant stories I've got, just to diversify my content. If you enjoyed that, feel free to subscribe. I'm just glad you're here. Fun fact, I ran this entire thing all in one go, And then I edited it, so the recording time was very short on this. And so, yeah, but definitely do enjoy the outro song. Thank you, Robert McCreary and Luke, for running these beautiful, beautiful animations and songs for my YouTube channel. And without further blabbering on, let's hear the outro song. Hope you like it.